Stinker, Drinker, Thinker, everybody! Woo! Welcome back. Everyone's getting their sea legs over here, apparently, for YouTube, now that you guys are all dancing. Dancing.
I'm doing the
Check out our YouTube.
Make sure you're subscribing to us on YouTube.
It's the bass player for John Mayer. He just does his head bop things like
The entire time?
yeah.
Looks like you're choking on that mic. You know?
And you can see that if you go to YouTube.
Yes. It's official. The YouTube page is where it's at.
Yeah, we got.
And I was kind of a little skeptical. It's like, why do people want to watch people talk and not do anything else? But maybe it's a thing that people like.
I especially for the episode we're doing today, which we'll get into in a second. Yeah. You guys might want to see this one just because we have
you gotta
some.
see it to believe it.
Yeah, just because we have some props.
Literally
for
won't
you.
believe it if you don't watch it.
So all of our subscribers on the actual podcast platforms, we're doing something that we have some props for. You might want to check it out. I will tell you, this is the second time we started recording this episode because Matt walked over here while we were in the middle of it and stopped the recording.
Yep, I couldn't handle this.
He couldn't handle. We were making fun of him.
We were just too good.
We were ragging on him about his nonsense.
My tasting notes.
And if you guys have listened to this before, obviously we're three guys who pour some pours, make some cocktails, and rank them in our own little special way, known as the Sinker, Drinker, Thinker. Matt was just so mad that we were. I'm Anthony, by the way. This is Troy, the Body Vigalotti. Troy, say
We're
hello.
off to a great start.
Hi.
And this is Matt. This is the guy we're talking about over here. Matt, say hello.
Hello.
Matt was just so mad that we were, ragging on him for not knowing what the fuck he's talking about ever. That he actually climbed across the table. We had to get all new glasses. He climbed across the table.
Shattered every glass.
Shattered everything. There's crackers everywhere. There's fucking crackers everywhere. I can take the camera and show you. There's fucking crackers everywhere. And he came over and he turned it off and then he threw the SD card in the trash. So we had to start all over.
We actually had to buy all new cameras.
Everything.
Everything.
So
Ever seen Godzilla? It's kind of like that.
Yeah. Godzilla! Anyway, sorry. So, what are we doing? A little recap. We just did an episode where we did the new Jack Daniels and Uncle Nearest, which was kind of cool because Nathan started that whole thing, so it was kind of interesting to do a little comparison there. But we did the
boy Nathan.
Yeah, the bonded and the triple mash, and then we've been talking about doing a glassware episode for weeks now, so we're finally going to do it. So we got we got 6 different glasses here where we're going to taste some whiskey out of. So, which is interesting. So the obviously invented in Scotland not too long ago. The internationally known whiskey glass is the Glencairn, right? And if you're looking at it on the camera, this is a Glencairn. We're neat sippers here. There's no wrong way to sip whiskey. You can do it on ice with water, neat, in a cocktail, out of a shoe. We talked about that before Matt, in an outrage, turned off the episode.
We were saying, though, before I inadvertently crashed everything and ruined the entire world, that you can find those Glencairns on stinkerdrinkerthinker.com. Wow, stinkerdrinkerthinker.com.
Yep.
Stinkerdrinkerthinker.com. We have a new logo coming out. This is our old generation, Gen 1 logos.
Yeah, first Gen 1 logos. They're going to be sold at a discount in a set for a pair. Right now, they're $15 a piece. We only got a few left. We've been selling a ton out of them. Thank you so much for the people who have bought them. And with all due respect to you, we did change our logo. So you got the first gens. You got the OG glasses.
They're actually going to be worth a lot of money on eBay.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Collectibles.
But instead of $15 a piece, we're selling a set for $28. Hop on there. We'll throw in some cute stickers that you can put on your kids' foreheads and things like that. My daughter loves to put stickers on her forehead. It's
the thing.
It's a weird little kid thing. Huh. Loves to put stickers on her forehead, all over her face. I don't know. But yeah, as I was saying, so this is like the whiskey glass. And when it was invented, it was designed to enhance the aromas and the taste of whiskey. I drink more than whiskey out of this, and sure, Troy. I was looking at the label on the microphone. We use Shure microphones on here.
Some of them.
Matt uses the free one he got.
Hey,
it's going back to overpaying for good whiskey. But Troy, I mean, me and you, we've drank vermouth out of this. We've drank cordials out of this. We've drank liqueurs out of this. I mean,
you find that it helps with those too?
Yeah, to some extent. It definitely, the nose on the Glencairn, and I guess we'll get there when we get there, but the nose on the Glencairn, I honestly say that the Glencairn is going to win this whole competition.
We'll see.
But the whiskey we're going to do tonight, and we poured it all in advance because Matt turned off the episode, but also just to kind of let it rest and air out a little bit, is the Bardstown Discovery 7, the latest Discovery series. And if you guys don't know about Bardstown, I think we've talked about it on here a few times. Bardstown is a younger distillery, huge operation.
Gigantic.
Great destination kind of travel touring distillery down in obviously fucking Bardstown, Kentucky. But they have a young distillate still. So what they do is they do this fusion series, and this is the 7th rendition of it. So they always take an older spirit that they source. Most of the time it's from Kentucky, and I bet I could put money on where it's from. Excuse me, judging by the taste of it. And then it's usually a couple older whiskeys and then a couple of their younger distillates. And if you look on the side of the bottle, you'll be able to, if you guys are shopping for these and you're like, I always see these blue fusion bottles. Chances are every 6 or 7 months or a year, this is going to be a different product, right? And you can tell what product it is by looking at the side of it. It's got the number 7 on it. And on there, it'll list the mash bill. So this one is a blend of 5 different whiskeys. There's 2 12-year-old whiskeys in there with 2 different mash bills, and then it's 3 3-year distillates that they have there in Bardstown. The highest blend in it is a 54% 3-year of their own product. It's 75% corn, 21% rye, and 4% malted barley.
They're nailing the blending game. That's their thing.
They're huge.
They're master blenders.
Yes, seriously.
And I've talked about this a couple times in different things. They list every component of every product or every piece of whatever they put in the bottle. They put on the side of the label, telling you exactly what they put on.
And I dig that.
They are amazing. They'll tell you every mash bill of every piece of the blend, and they're like one of the earlier ones to do that in depth. And for that, they're awesome.
Yeah. And also, it's a unique product, especially for people who are sourcing, because it's not MGP, which is where 70% of people are sourcing from. This is Kentucky.
I'm sure they did at some point.
At some point, I mean, we can go back and
they've had Indiana. I'm
sure they probably have, but like it's. I mean, I think there's at least Fusion 6, which I wasn't a fan of. I thought it was a little hot. Fusion 5 was fantastic. Both of those, I believe, are. Oh, we speak in absolutes on here. We're wrong all the fucking time. There it is. I'm pretty sure the last 2 have all been Kentucky sourced, but we'll see. So we're going to drink this one out of 6 different glasses. So first glass we got, Matt. What is this?
This is the official neat glass. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but this essentially is a wider tulip style glass, usually for a little more delicate spirits is what it's intended for.
Was it invented for, I think you said for
Japanese? So it's
Japanese?
invented originally for Japanese whiskey. It's a little bit more of a lower proof, delicate palate, and so the nose, or the actual, not the nose, but the actual mouth of it essentially is wider to allow a little bit more aroma, because on lower proof things, typically you don't get as much aroma typically. So this is kind of help enhance that. We'll see if that works.
And then Troy, what do we got next here?
Next glass?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The shot.
Oh, the shot glass.
See what I mean? I'm always thinking, and Troy is always in another world.
He's always shot.
I don't know what order we're going in.
Shots.
Oh, we laid it all out.
Shots.
Shot glass.
Okay.
No, I wanted you to say shot. That's why I asked you to do the next glass.
Shot.
Perfect.
Short. Then we're doing this is a double old fashioned glass, or a double rocks glass, which is also one of Troy's favorite glasses to drink whiskey out of. And then Matt, what do we got next year?
Good old fashioned Ball State University mason jar.
Ball State University?
Yeah, the Ball brothers were part of the Ball brothers mason jar.
Yeah.
Ball State University.
He's about to lay some history down.
Okay.
That's the history.
Do you know that
Ball State University mason jars?
First of all, you're making all that up.
I think he's actually serious.
I'm actually serious.
Ball, the mason jar company.
They came up in Buffalo, I believe, is when they actually originated from.
Dude, they make shit for like NASA. They don't just make glass. Like, they're one of the biggest research companies in the world, aren't they?
Ball State University. Chirp, motherfucker.
You're full of shit.
Matt went there.
Google it. What do we got after that?
To college.
I went there.
I don't know. You have the glass over there. It's a fucked up Glencairn and a diamond glass. What is
No. We got the Glen next.
Oh, I thought we were doing the Glen last.
Doing Glen second to last.
Right, we obviously thought about this.
And then we're doing the best invention ever created. I actually have no idea. But this is called the Northern glass. And this essentially is a tulip style with a wider mouth, but inside of another glass. So it's insulated. The point being that you'll get the benefit of having a tulip style glass, but if you're holding it without the effect of your hand warming up the whiskey while you're drinking it. So we'll see if that helps.
All right, let's get into. By the way, the proof on this is think it's perfect for this. We got 98.1.
Okay.
So we're gonna go through. We're gonna smell each glass first, then we're gonna drink each glass first, and then we're gonna rank each glass. Correct.
First. Yeah, you said
Second.
Yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah, we're gonna smell them all.
I wish I had a fucking middle
You have
finger
a camera.
pad. I got a middle finger.
You can use the camera now.
This is for Matt.
There you go.
There you go.
And this is for Anthony.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
See, I got the thumb up. It's more classy. Yeah, we're
Troy just smiles at the camera.
Troy's having a great time.
This is for both of them.
Hey!
I have
We're gonna smell them. We're gonna taste them. Then we're gonna go over overall impressions of the glass if we enjoy drinking out of them, whatever, and then overall ranking. See which one we like the best.
Cool. All right, let's pick this little guy up here. And if you're following along on YouTube, I'm gonna hold each one of these little bitches up to the camera.
And Troy has a slightly different variant. I think actually, honestly, now that we're
It's
kind
not
of talking
even-
about
yeah.
it, it's really not even the same glass.
It's
honestly.
a giant Glencairn that I got at Teeling when I was in Ireland. I don't know.
with no base.
Yes. Yeah, I think the big thing we were discussing is the big reason that this is what it is because it has the shorter bowl with a wider mouth, and that kind of gives you a little bit more surface area. But
I mean, and this has been sitting in this glass for 20 minutes. I literally can't smell a fucking thing unless I put my nose in this glass. Like it's kind of a pain in the ass to get the aroma.
you really have to put on the bridge of your nose, like on your mustache. You have to give it a little mustache ride, as you kind of put your nose in there.
If you give it a little swirl, it helps.
Yeah, I think the more you coat the glass in general, the more you're gonna get smell the whiskey. But like I said, this is designed for Japanese whiskey, so it's designed for a lower proof, more elegant, palate kind of thing. So, what do you think about this, Troy?
Well, I think since the base, the bowl and the flared out part up top are the same width, it defeats the purpose of securing all of the aromas inside the glass. I think you're expelling too much out into the air and losing out on some of the aroma.
So, like on the waist, you think it's getting all trapped at the waist, and that's just kind of flowing out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't. Okay, so it's kind of like a think of like the pour over coffee, sort of.
The Chemex.
Yeah.
Actually, that's
yeah.
what. Actually, it does look like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's like that
Huh.
shape, like the the actual pot, and then it flares back out like the same width. And I just don't necessarily understand what that does for the enhancement of the aromas.
Yeah, I wonder if it's almost like the way they're describing it in marketing is like they're trying to give it more aroma. I wonder it's because like you're supposed to put something that doesn't have a lot of aroma and that'll kind of
Yeah.
give you a chance of smelling it.
Right.
I wonder if you put something like bourbon in here, if it's like that already has a huge impact. It was almost just like not going to benefit it at all. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't.
I like the way they look though.
They
those
look
glasses.
cool. Yeah, it doesn't really do much for me, honestly. It's kind of
Yeah. I mean, we'll see how it drinks, I guess, but not necessarily a fan. I definitely, just knowing what I like to do with the Glen, like a huge part of me tasting whiskey is my nose is in the glass as much as the glass is in my mouth,
yeah, it's a different experience, and I think that's why we're trying this because these are all going to be different experiences. I think in the glasses, and maybe we'll be surprised by one of them. I don't know.
Now we got the shot glass here. I got the Jamaican Smile Man.
You're making me crazy, man.
Yeah.
Mine's it's a little pear. Did you get this one? It says Costa Rica. Did you get this in?
I got
Costa
that.
Rica?
Yeah, we went to Costa Rica on our honeymoon. Yeah.
Did you collect shot glasses or something?
Yeah, I did for a while. Then I started collecting whiskey instead.
You get into a much more expensive hobby. What did yours say, Troy?
I don't know.
What is
From
it?
Epcot. I picked out the one from Jamaica, but Anthony took it. So
Oh,
It was handed to me.
he was Jamaican you crazy, man.
I fucking took it, you cocksucker. It was handed to me. Fucking Rudy Poo candy ass.
oh my.
I'm always the fucking bad guy.
Yep.
You get a lot more of the whiskey. Yeah, I get like it's so, I'm starting to get a little bit more of the actual, maybe just a tad bit of the oak and the char, but very vanilla forward.
So you get more out of this.
I can actually sit here and say, okay, maybe I can get something from what's in here. But at the end of the day, it's still smelling whiskey out of a shot glass. like that is the sensation.
It's kind of like if I was at a bar, I was like, all right, I'm about to take a shot of something. I kind of want to smell it to make sure it's not poison.
Yeah.
It's kind of about the effect of, all right, it's good. We're taking a shot of this now.
Hey, Troy, what is that? What is that stuff? It begins with an M. It's a clear whiskey, or I'm sorry, a clear liquor. Begins with an M, and it's fucking terrible. Malort. Yeah, that's kind of stuff that I would like.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Malort is next level of
bad. Yeah. Have you ever had Malort?
Yep.
Yeah. Do you hate it?
Do you like
Nope.
it? I kind of assumed, in the back of my mind, I kind of assumed you'd like it.
Yeah, I did.
Is it?
Everybody told me I would hate it.
What is it?
I don't know.
It tastes like. It
I
tastes
have
like.
no idea.
Tastes like to me, grapefruit peel and throw up. That's kind of how I describe it. It tastes like if I ate a bunch of grapefruit peels and threw it up.
No, I remember. I guess that's a little gasoline-y. That's like the main thing. I feel like it's not the right word to describe it, but like a plasticity, like a petrol, like ultra petrol. Like I just
Premium petrol.
yeah. Like I don't know. Everybody hated it. It's super fucking like extraordinarily bitter. And I was like, oh my God, this is really not bad at all.
We had
I did like 2 shots of it the first time I ever had it.
give me more. We had at a bar about 2 years ago. They made a barrel aged Malort, and we were hanging out with the bartender, and he was just like, we were joking. I think James is there, and he's like, let's do some Malort. We're like, no, we don't want Malort.
That's exactly where I had it the first time. That motherfucker.
James loves Malort.
Yeah.
He loves getting people to drink Malort.
No wonder he
That's his thing.
stopped drinking.
Yeah. So he said, he was talking to the bartender, and he's like, what's the Malort? And the bartender was like, we have this barrel aged Malort. It's like super rare and exclusive. Like there's like only a couple bottles. We happen to have one because apparently they sell a lot of Malort. I'm assuming because James goes there and buys all the Malort to give to his friends, keeps him business. But it barrel aged Malort, and it actually wasn't that bad. It tasted the same, like kind of super ultra bitter, and I think grapefruit. That's just kind of what I got out of it. But it had like a nice finish to it. I was like, this is really weird. But if you ever see barrel aged Malort, give it a try. Yeah.
Troy said something. He said something about like the smoky thing that he got with it. I have a story to tell you, y'all.
Okay.
I was in Wisconsin last weekend, and I was teaching my family how to taste whiskey, and there was a bottle of Lagavulin there, and I drank a whole glass of it.
You drank a whole glass of Lagavulin?
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't like it.
How much had you drinking previously? Like
Lagavulin? I've tried Lagavulin.
No. I mean, were you intoxicated when you tried it, or were you like a fresh palate?
I mean, I was not. No, there was nothing fresh about my palate.
Okay, that's what I was curious about.
Yeah, there was nothing. I was still drunk from the podcast we recorded 3 days earlier. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure.
That was after 45 holes of golf that day.
Do you know which Lagavulin it was?
Yeah, it was
10 or 11 or 16.
It was a 16.
16. Okay.
Yep.
so I've only had the 16.
And
11. Isn't the Offerman? I think that's the Offerman.
I don't know.
The nose is just unbearable, but I like really tried my best to like get past the peat and try to taste the whiskey, and that's why I kept drinking it. Mm-hmm. No one there liked it except for one guy who was a Scotch guy,
right?
But I drank the whole thing, and it wasn't terrible, but I don't like it.
Okay.
Would you?
Yeah. Would you be open to trying more things like it?
I mean, listen, I am open to try anything.
Okay.
That's a whiskey. I will try it.
Because
I've never said no to anything you've poured me that's whiskey.
That's fair.
I don't like fucking peated Scotch.
Because I would like to. I know I'm not gonna like it. And I've tried a lot of peated Scotch and I've not liked, but I've not strongly disliked. I would like to. We can do this on an episode or something, but try a peated episode of some sort.
I have a peated bourbon over there from Kings County.
I think it'd be good to do.
Yeah,
just to see.
And that peated bourbon gets good reviews.
It'd also probably be pretty funny.
You should also try the Basil Hayden Subtle Smoke.
Yeah,
and then,
I think if we do we do all the kind of little stuff to get into it.
Yeah,
we do a strong peated monster.
We could do the most peated fucking.
We could do like Octomore or like we could do a bunch of stuff.
I am Octomore.
What do you think, Troy? Are you into this?
I'm into that.
Heavy peat. Okay.
I mean, well,
We can do like Port Charlotte.
I'm gonna
heavy
be
peated.
fucking passed out with lung cancer at the end of that shit, man. Jesus. All right, but sorry. Back to the. So we're on the rocks glass now.
Shot glass still. Yeah, we liked it. We didn't love it. Better. Worse.
I mean, it's better. It's better than that neat glass, but
Okay.
I mean, it's still a shot glass.
Right.
This one, I definitely. I mean, I finally get some traditional. I mean, I can't say I didn't get like. I got more like the vanilla caramel thing out of the shot glass. This I'm actually getting a lot more of the barrel and leather characteristics of bourbon that make it a bourbon over.
I get a little more sweetness out of it. This is the rocks glass we're on.
Oh yeah, this whiskey smells so fucking good too. I'm very excited to try it.
Yeah, I think it's more than the. It's more than the neat glass, and more interesting than the shot glass.
I can't wait to drink this stuff.
No cheating yet.
Just a question.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to guess, just by judging the smell of this, if you had to guess where they sourced these 2 12 years from,
I don't know.
I'll tell you that we tried something recently that had a very similar smell.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think it's Wild Turkey.
Do you know for sure?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure. They don't say. We could probably look it up. I don't know if Bardstown hides it, but Wild Turkey might hide who they source to. It just reminds me of Kentucky Spirit or that Master's Keep, super leather oaky forward. Anyway, Troy, what do you think? I know you have a little soft spot for this because you actually sometimes, I think you've even told me, prefer to drink whiskey out of a rocks glass.
It depends on the whiskey. I prefer, these are double rocks glasses. I would definitely prefer to drink them out of single, if it were up to me. But yeah, I will say the more podcast episodes we do, the higher the quality whiskey, the better the glass that I want, which probably would end up being a Glencairn. But if I'm drinking Buffalo Trace or Elijah Craig, I'm totally cool with a rocks glass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I pick up on everything that I want. I'm not sitting there with a notepad. It's just, hanging out, going down easy.
Yeah, it's almost like the flavors blend together a little bit more in the rocks glass.
Serious question.
Yeah.
Have you ever sat there at home and this is serious. This is not me being a fucking cocksucker. I promise you, because I know you're gonna think I'm being a cocksucker. Do you ever sit there at home with like a notepad and drink whiskey?
No, not a notepad.
For wine?
If anything, it'd be my computer or my phone these days. Unfortunately,
do you
goddamn
do
technology.
That
though? Not recently. It's been a long time. It would have to be really, really special. Like
now we record all your feelings on camera and microphones, so
Yeah.
like you don't even need to write it down.
like not usually when I'm home. Obviously, like if I'm in a blind tasting setting for wine, then yes. But the last time I could think of, which is I'm sure I've done it since then. I tried Louis XIII cognac, and I
Is it the one that comes in the crazy box?
I don't know about the box. I don't
Okay.
even know if I've ever seen the box. It's
circle?
just the crystal. Yeah, the crystal.
Where'd you try that, man?
Of just a friend's house. His
His friend's got a $20,000 bottle of cognac sitting around, or
his dad.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
I considered myself pretty fucking lucky.
was it delicious?
Yeah, it was insane. I mean, I could have written like a book about it.
Episode blog batch number 2.
Batch 2 cognac.
Like it was really, 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 really good. And it was great because like, it's not like I was restricted to like a half ounce pour at a fucking bar for like $100. I actually got to sit with a decent glass and enjoy it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
but I just remember like, I mean, I couldn't stop myself from like the every sip is different sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you know it's a thinker, and I just couldn't stop and
Couldn't stop thinking or drinking?
couldn't stop. Couldn't stop thinking. I could.
Okay.
I only had a little bit in the glass. So.
Well, I'm sorry if I missed this. What kind of glass was it?
It was a rocks glass,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
interesting.
mean, this is a long time ago, so I.
What are the
definitely
cognac
wasn't,
glasses called? They're called sniffers.
Snifters.
Snifters, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're kind of tulip shaped,
Actually,
right?
shit. It might have been a fucking snifter. I don't even remember at this point.
I have to imagine.
I'd imagine if
Probably.
he's got a
In-
$20,000
yeah, in my mind,
bottle of
yeah.
cognac,
Yeah,
he's got
yeah.
the proper fucking.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I mean,
The-
it's
the,
just,
uh,
actually a chef and som friend of mine.
Damn.
What's that? What was that movie? The cognac, the Cavassier. What's the Ladies' Man?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that your friend's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Troy's actually in that movie.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Man,
Mason jar.
is that the nicest spirit you ever tried? Like price wise?
Yeah, I guess.
Huh,
Yeah, I mean, spirit. Well, yeah, price wise, I mean, it was the most expensive,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean,
I
not,
still-
not the best, but yeah.
I don't think I'll ever have a more sentimental, spirit tasting experience than the first time, the only time I ever had Jameson's rarest vintage.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Not to get too off topic, but really quick, that when we tried the Redbreast 27 at your place
Mhm.
and the tropical fruit
Oh, yeah.
and the mango and all that, that is only the second time I've ever gotten in such intense tropical fruit from a whiskey,
Hmm.
and the first time was from Jameson's rarest vintage.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was insane.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
really cool. So,
Thank you for that, Troy.
thank you.
This I don't know if it's just because it's a
this
mason jar.
This is a short, stout mason jar, essentially. It's kind of like the half, I don't know what size this is.
I love drinking whiskey out of these.
It smells like apple juice.
Kind of, a little bit.
Yeah, it smells like apple juice. I mean, obviously, like I know it's bourbon, but like if I left this on the counter and my daughter picked it up, she's like, "Oh, fucking
It's
apple
like you
juice,"
mix in
and then
brown,
she'd be trashed.
a little brown
you know?
sugar. A little brown sugar.
I also like it. Just reminds me of all the like bourbon cocktails that you can make out of an apple juice.
Yeah. I
Or
get actually
out of an apple juice. out of a mason jar. you
I get a
know?
little bit more ethanol.
Yeah, I coated the glass a little bit. It got a little bit,
think.
but
Yeah, maybe a little.
still get that leather characteristic popping a little bit.
Ooh, I swirled it and it took off a little bit like a rocket ship. It is a very interesting in between. I mean, these are both all the last three have all been essentially cylindrical chambers. Almost, this is the exact in between of the shot glass and the rocks glass.
Yeah.
I would never be upset if this was what I was given to drink whiskey out of.
I like it. I'm going back and
It
forth.
says a world-renowned
Yeah.
sommelier.
I just think that this just makes sense. It's
I
weird.
like this. I like this more than the rocks.
Really?
Like I'm just going back and forth. A little more ethanol, less caramel. And the shot glass is too much ethanol. I think this is the Goldilocks of these three. Just enough ethanol, just enough caramel. It's a good size.
Yeah, I dig it. Are we doing the Glen?
Yeah,
last?
let's go to Glen next. Just so we can put next to the Norland. Yeah. This is a different whiskey in this glass.
Yep.
Like legitimately.
You can actually smell the whiskey now.
Yeah.
And it smells fucking fantastic, by the way. I mean,
This
I
is-
cannot wait to drink this.
You were talking leather in the rocks. This is like way more like
Yeah.
leather.
Oak forward.
Oh yeah.
With a little bit of, like, it's funny because, like, the caramel and vanilla thing that you're getting in the shot glass is almost overruled by the leather in the
I don't get
barrel.
any. I almost get none of that
Yeah.
in this. It's almost all leather and oak.
It
now.
just tastes, it smells like a fucking bourbon. Like,
that's drastically different.
you can get a little bit of, like a rye spice, like a doughy type of thing, and
a little bit.
maybe just like a tad bit of vanilla bean, but like
It's like a savory pastry.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Troy just did the oversized Teeling Glen compared to a regular Glen. And I'm assuming the Glen is more direct than that because of how big
Yeah,
the
for
opening-
sure.
yeah.
Far more direct.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer though?
I think I prefer the bigger one.
Interesting.
That's what she said.
What is it about it though?
I don't know, but maybe because, the width of it.
The girth.
I mean, the diameter, I guess, really,
The size.
and
I feel like it'd be a little bit more.
You know what I like is I could stick my nose completely in the glass, but I don't have to intake every little bit of it. I can take in
Interesting.
a little bit more oxygen
Interesting. Okay. It's not
if
like forced.
if I bring my nose maybe like up higher in the glass.
Huh.
Yeah, like you're holding a glass right in front of you, and the liquid sort of settles at the bottom. But say I put my nose a little bit higher up, and I can get a little more of the oxygen, and then I put it back down and get a little bit more of the spirit. I don't know. I like that.
Well, that'd be very interesting because I'm actually looking at that Teeling one next to our final glass, which is the Norland, which essentially is, if you look at them side by side, that actually has almost the same tulip shape as the Teeling one.
Yeah, it doesn't come in as much though.
Right, it's a little bit smaller, and the bowl's not as big. It's kind of an in between of those two put together.
Yeah.
It's the amalgamation of those two together. So I'm curious if that's going to be a sweet spot for you or not.
I don't have one of those glasses. Well, no, take your time, Troy. Just wanted to remind you.
I know. That's all. I was going to pass it down, but mine's different than yours now.
This is plastic, right?
No. Glass.
It's so light. It's like hollow. Yeah, I guess it's hollow in between.
Yeah, so essentially it's a tulip shaped glass inside of another glass is insulated.
I mean, I'm getting a little bit more of the sweetness again. But there's nothing but air, honestly. Like, not a lot there.
It smells more delicate to me. It does go back to the sweet lighter body, but I just spilled a little bit on myself. My nose is so far in, so.
Yeah, I actually don't think there's enough concave at the top portion of the glass.
Oh, interesting. So you think the actual the tulip is not?
It doesn't have as many hips on it. Like
Yeah.
or as thin.
It
of
doesn't
hips on
focus it enough.
Yeah.
So because the tulip
Exactly.
concaves in more
Yeah.
and a longer distance. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. I just get more that way.
Great. So now that we did that, can we please drink?
Yeah.
Which way do you want to start?
You want to do reverse order? What do you want to do?
I think we should do the Glencairn last, honestly.
Whatever you want to do. Your dealer's choice. I think we should just go in the same order. But if you want to do,
Let's go in the same order.
Okay.
Start with this little neat boy.
So we'll go for tasting now, and we'll see if. I mean, the only standout, I think, for nosing, the only real standout to me was the Glen. And then I think I liked, of the cylindrical ones, I think I liked the mason jar.
I like the Glen, the mason jar, and the old fashioned glass.
Okay. Do you have any favorites?
Favorites for on the
For
nose?
smelling, yeah.
Yeah, the Teeling Big Boy Glen with no base.
That was it. Number one?
Number one.
Interesting.
I think this Japanese whiskey glass, I don't like the way it drinks either.
Really?
You gotta again, pour it over, and it kind of slowly rolls into your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be curious to see once we actually taste it, but I think it makes the whiskey taste hotter than it is.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you lose the aroma when the closer it gets to your mouth, the liquid gets to your mouth. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, because it ducks down under the thing.
Yeah.
You get more air.
Yeah.
We're drinking like this. Yeah. Yeah, I've actually been drinking this last few nights just
Really?
to try it. Yeah. And it is different. I can't say enjoy the experience, honestly.
Yeah.
It's
a shame.
It is different. It's a cool glass. But yeah, it doesn't add anything. It's just kind of I could just drink that or whatever. This isn't special
No.
to me.
This next one we should probably just shoot it, right?
Let's do a sip first. Just for science.
I mean, Matt can do what he wants. Troy, you want to shoot this with me?
Take a little shot. Take a little sip first. Just
Troy,
I should say no.
let's do it. Salute.
ay.
You got to drink it the way it's made to be drink. Drink.
Whiskey. You can
Oh,
drink whatever
man.
you want.
I'll tell you what, that's probably the best fucking shot of whiskey I've ever taken.
The shooter.
That tastes fucking fantastic.
I do love how you guys each have different shooting styles too.
Yeah.
Troy actually savors it, and then and they just back of the throat right in my mouth.
Well, it depends.
I mean, for the context, I'm just saying.
That tastes way better than what was in there. There was no burn whatsoever. That was a smooth shot. It is in the gullet.
It's because it's absolutely different taste wise.
Yeah.
And it's because I think you were saying before the whiskey out of glass directly on your lips, and you're just you're living in the whiskey.
Yeah.
So crazy it is. Grab a fucking shot glass off a shelf, pour some whiskey in it. It's gonna be better than these $25 or $30
Isn't that
glasses.
so interesting? We'll have to drink
But-
Japanese whiskey out
For
of
now.
it. Yeah.
Don't shoot your bourbon.
Well, yeah. Don't do what they did.
No, just shoot
Yeah.
Jam.
I mean, it was a quarter shot.
I know. I'm just.
Troy, like we haven't shot bourbon before.
We have, but if you really think about it, less than most other shots.
Yeah.
Like we've shot Jameson, Jack. Not great.
Have you ever
bourbon.
shot Buffalo Trace?
Kirkland bourbon?
Oh yeah, we do take shots of Kirkland bourbon.
Really? How is Kirkland bourbon?
We don't know. We never remember.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
Fair enough.
I mean, I don't remember ever taking a shot of Buffalo Trace.
Interesting.
I don't think I've ever taken a shot of Buffalo Trace either.
I think I remember taking a shot of Maker's Mark once many, many moons ago
I've had plenty of shots of Makers.
and thought it was horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, 'cause-
Going back to that episode, like that was some of my first experiences. It was a party whiskey.
I've shot Wild Turkey 101,
Me too.
and that's horrible,
It's
too.
fucking horrible.
Yeah.
But I really like 101 now.
Yeah, me too.
I honestly think we're drinking Wild Turkey
I'm not,
right
I know
now.
Well, you should put just a little bit in your shot glass and try a sip out of it. It's actually pretty good. I'm just saying.
Matt, you should try to put a little bit in your shot glass and take a shot of it. It's actually pretty good.
No.
Just saying.
I don't know. I mean, it's not what I want to be doing.
It's fine. It's better than the other one.
Yeah, sadly.
All right. Moving on. Rocks glass. It's a big daddy.
I feel like with this, especially if you swirl it a little bit, you can get almost as much on the nose as you do with the Glen, but a lot more air, obviously. I feel like it's hard to control how much of I'm sipping
It's
compared to what it is
I
with
mean,
a Glen.
Just saying, the
Yeah.
swirl effect of this is like, you really got to work the arm, you know?
Yeah, he's a little fucking twisty boy. He
No,
doesn't
I want to
look-
get like, I want to
wanna
work it.
work your arm.
Yeah.
Your forearm muscles are probably very strong to begin with.
Ripped, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
These
but, like, it's
glasses are
kinda hard
geared
to-
towards bigger sips.
Absolutely.
It's kind of hard for me to take that sweet spot sip. Also, it tastes a little bit different. I'm getting a lot more. The body on it's awesome. Getting a lot more of the fresh baked bread type of doughy type of thing. Still, the nose is still the same. Leather and oak, slight vanilla bean type of deal. Fantastic whiskey, by the way. I will say.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. Probably gonna have to grab another bottle of it after this because of you guys.
Welcome.
You fucking guys.
Use welcomes.
Yeah, I enjoy that.
I just don't like the. We'll get to that in the next round, or we'll talk about it now at the same time. But it's fine. It's just like, from a sipping whiskey perspective, not my favorite. Like, this is so big, but it's not my favorite way to sip a whiskey. I don't think.
Yeah.
But-
You know, I also enjoy scotch out of rocks glasses. I
Smoky
do.
scotches?
I drink a lot less. No.
Okay.
No, my scotch is mostly Highlands.
Okay. Yeah.
When I was consuming more scotch, which really it's been a while. More so when I was working in the restaurant industry. I don't know why. Just was.
Oh.
And,
I mean, I can tell you it's because there's no scotch here.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. And I think it was, I don't know, in a rocks class, it just sort of made sense. But then again, I wasn't really drinking much of anything out of Glencairns back then. In fact, I remember not being a fan of Glencairns initially. Took me a while to warm up to them.
Almost anytime you go to a bar and order scotch neat or scotch with water or anything like that, it's always almost in a rocks glass.
Yeah.
Typically.
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember a place, I don't remember what it was, but, an acclaimed establishment. And I think that they poured me a scotch in a Glencairn, and I think I asked them if they could pour it in a rocks glass. So,
That's awesome.
None of us are perfect.
Yeah, hey, no, maybe that was the thing.
But
though.
hey, again, yeah, to each their own. It's not about
whatever you
it's not
want.
about that. Yeah,
There's no right answer to whiskey.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Mason jar, half mason
Apple
jar.
juice.
Yeah, what size is this? Is this a?
I don't know.
I don't know how many ounces is this. Is it a 12 ouncer?
I would say an 8 ounce.
10 ounce?
Whiskey tastes good out of it. I'll tell you
8
that.
or 10?
Tastes sweeter. I think, and again, going to Troy's point, I think the nose has a lot to do with it.
You know what's interesting? Is the lip is a little bit bigger. The lip is thicker on this glass. And it's almost a little bit something to hold on to. You're sipping it. It's a good mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Good experience.
I really don't mind drinking.
Whiskey out of mason jar.
I really don't mind drinking. Yeah.
Especially if it's moonshine. I think you have to drink it out of a mason jar.
It comes in a mason jar.
No.
Remember a long time ago, one of my friends from Ohio came up to visit, and he brought a jar of mason jar. And this is actually, long story short, really nice guy. I don't meet strangers online or anything like that. He's a work friend of mine that we had never met in person, and it was the first time we had met in person. But he when we first met, he's like, we didn't really talk about personal stuff. We became friends in this very moment. Actually, it was all business until then. But he brought me a jar of moonshine that he makes in his backyard.
Oh wow.
He's like, man, I didn't want to ask on the phone. I figured, it's better to, ask for forgiveness than permission. But do you drink? And I was like,
No, actually.
yeah, Jeff. Yeah, well, I drink. Yeah, and he just whipped out like the biggest mason jar you could fucking buy from Ball, like of this apple moonshine that he made. And super nice guy, Jeff Marshall. If you're listening, he knows about the podcast. If you're listening, thank you for that. And speedy recovery. He just had heart surgery.
Oh wow.
But I ended up drinking it with some friends I have that are in like a pretty big like touring band, and I just remember being on my back in a parking lot at one of their venues, like in the rain, with one of the guys and the other guy just dancing around us, like fucking chugging the moonshine.
Jeez.
Anyway, I don't know how we got on moonshine, but that's my moonshine story.
Wow.
Mason jars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mason
mason
jars.
jars.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Mason moonshine just makes things happen.
Also, Jeff, don't be mad at this, but that moonshine stayed in my car for like 2 weeks in the middle of summer. It was like 100 fucking degrees every day.
Wow, heat is not good for whiskey.
Well, it's not whiskey. It's
Yeah.
white lightning.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Anyway, moving on.
You want to do the Norland next?
Yeah,
We're
we should
gonna
do
okay,
Norland for
one
the Glen.
last. All right. Give this a little sippy sip. I do like just like the geometricness of this. Got some good thumb because it's got some good holds.
I really like the way it feels in my hand.
I like the way it looks in your hand.
I don't like it.
Well, then give it to Anthony.
You want it? Oh yeah.
That's what I said. Yeah. I hate it.
What? What happened?
Ugh. It's poured too much in my mouth. The lip?
It's not good.
No. We were saying before about it's more like a fucking luge.
Why are these glasses a thing?
I don't know. Because it's people have an issue with holding Glencairns where they get warm. They warm the whiskey up.
It's so
supposed to
fucking
be
dumb.
It's supposed to be the solution to that.
It just made a really good whiskey taste really hot.
No. But literally, when I tried to put a little bit in my mouth, and it literally luged it like a huge sip in my mouth because of the way that it's concave.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy that, and that's probably my fault.
Maybe.
But I shouldn't be able to mess up drinking from a glass.
You're literally a professional whiskey drinker.
I know.
Dude, I want to get some of those stemmed Glencairns.
Yeah, dude, I want
Those
them
are
so
really
bad.
nice. Those are so expensive though.
I found them on Amazon for like $25 for a 2-pack.
Buy them.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that cheap.
I was thinking about them. They're
Damn.
I
But
haven't
don't
been a
support
wish list.
Amazon. Buy them local.
They're probably not like the Glencairn brand. They're like off brand.
It could be. They might be plastic too. I don't know.
I don't care
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
But,
how hard is it to take a measurement of a fucking glass? And,
No, those the stemmed Glencairns were like
That's what I
Woo!
want.
Sexy, dude.
That's what I
yeah,
want.
they looked good.
They're fucking sexy.
If
You know what? We should get them just for
If
us.
we-
We won't sell them to you.
we can get some, we can get some if you want. They're probably really expensive, but
Like
they might
$40
be worth it.
a fucking piece.
We have the blacked out ones, which look really nice.
I don't want to spend 40. We have like fucking 500 Glencairns in this house.
It's great.
I want a stemmed one.
I want a stemmed one too. You buy your own. I'll buy my own.
Okay.
We'll get some custom ones if you want.
You offering to buy them?
I'll expense it.
Alrighty.
All right.
Cool. Just like me and Troy are expensing the whole Bourbon Festival.
Yeah,
Everything I
you're
bring
not.
back,
Okay.
all that.
Anyway, so Norland, I just don't. I want to move on. Honestly, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't even like it. I feel like that was the one I was most excited about, and
Yeah, that's a bummer.
I didn't enjoy it. I'm sorry, whoever made that
Yeah,
glass.
I agree. I'll tell you that.
Onto the Glen.
Yeah, the Glen. I mean, you can, and again, the purpose of this glass was to be designed to enhance the aromas and the flavor of your whiskey. And this is the most aromas I've gotten out of every glass, straight and direct.
I'm so bummed.
I really thought you were gonna find something
I
better.
didn't
huh?
want the Glen to win. I really didn't.
We haven't even taken a sip out of it. And
I
know, it's gonna
know, and I
win.
know it's going to win.
Yeah, it smells drastically different, guys. This is why it's worth for you to have a Glencairn if you're a whiskey drinker.
That's crazy.
And every single person who has bought our glass who has never had a Glencairn has messaged me and said, "Holy shit, I didn't know." One of our friends was drinking like this fucking banana whiskey. I swear to God, banana whiskey, which actually showed up on those awards that you sent me and got really good ratings.
Funny.
Yeah, and he was like, "Holy shit!" He bought our Glens, and he's like, "Holy shit, I've been drinking this out of rocks glasses for like 2 years, and I just tasted it. I'm never fucking buying it again." Like he's like, "This is what it," and then he's been trying other things. Well, maybe he didn't say never did it again or hated it or whatever.
No,
But
you're 100% correct.
yeah,
Everything you say is 100% correct.
Yes, yeah, everything
On this podcast.
Sorry, Nick. Yeah, he's gonna yell at me at work tomorrow when he listens to this, because I lied.
Tomorrow
But-
you won't hear this until next
Listen,
week,
I just
so.
want people to buy our glasses, please.
Dude, I think we're kind of inadvertently doing a good job.
We didn't. This
I
was not.
legitimately.
Okay.
This is not. That's
This
the thing.
is
That's what I
not
was
the
worried
purpose.
about.
No, it really
This
was.
was not the purpose.
We swear.
We actually
Solemnly.
Yeah, solemnly, 100%
It's not an
swear.
advertisement. This is literally just.
Yeah, but I mean, they are available on our Instagram shop. If you've never had one,
I'm just bummed.
yeah, I'm not. I'm happy.
I mean, like, yeah, I'm happy because whatever.
I am a little bit disappointed in the other two that you brought, which I definitely expected to.
I expected at least a better performance.
Challenge.
Listen, we're rushing to. We haven't even taken a sip. Of
I
the
don't need
motherfucker
to.
yet.
Fine, I'll take a sip.
It tastes delicious.
I know. I'm sure it does. You can breathe in and get the perfect inhalation while you sip. You can portion out because the
You
concave
have
is
so much control as to
not
how much.
is not drastic enough where you like it rushes your mouth.
Yeah.
Listen,
Man, fuck.
listen. A round of applause to the Scottish people who finally did something right when it comes to whiskey. Finally, thank you, Scotland.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's just better.
It only took you.
Only took me
Hundreds
and
a
centuries,
year
yeah.
of trying to find something good that you did in my whiskey exploration.
Lagavulin too.
I never said I liked
I
Lagavulin.
know,
I said
I know.
I did not like it, but I said it was fine.
Well,
I tried it, and I was being honest, and now you're going to throw it in my face.
no,
Throwing it in
I
my
think it's
fucking
great.
face.
I'm happy you like it.
I don't like it.
That was good. That was good.
Okay.
You fucking dumb son of a bitch. Anyway,
Break it up.
let's take a cracker break and then come back and
Recap.
rank the glasses, and then we rank the whiskey.
Yep.
Okay.
Cracker break. Glassware break.
Welcome back from Cracker Break.
Glassware break.
This Cracker Break is brought to you by car insurance. Getting in a car with Matt McKinnell? Make sure you have it. And have some health insurance on top of that because Matt will fucking kill you.
I'm a great driver. Anyway.
Do we have a problem here?
All right. Let's do a recap, review, and ranking, if we will.
You do the recap and the review.
Recap. We'd like to drink whiskey. Review. Some of these glasses are better than others. Ranking. What do you think?
All right. Should we go from least favorite to first favorite?
Let's do let's do least to best.
Okay. The neat.
You can take some if you want to take a second to organize your.
The neat glass is a stinker for me.
We should rank them. You're right. I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
think
what we
about
do
that.
here.
You're totally right.
Neat glass is a stinker. Not enough. I think Troy's point to the brim being extremely wide. You can't get anything on the nose. You really, unless you fucking literally put your nose in the liquid, you can't get anything. And when you get it on the palate, it only exposes the heat. Like there's no, and we've tasted this whiskey obviously 6 different ways. I'd be curious to see what it does to Japanese whiskey, what it's made for, but that's a stinker for me. It does not do bourbon justice, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was either last or third to last for me. I had a hard time deciding, honestly. It's a stinker for what we're doing.
Stinky.
Yeah.
Shot glass. I'm going to say it's a drinker stinker. Drinker stinker.
I like we're rating the class. This is my second to last place.
You're doing places. I was going to
I'm
get to
doing
that. I was going to get to that.
Oh, you want to do it later?
Yeah. I'm just saying this is a drinker or a stinker drinker. It didn't do.
It's technically a drinker by default, I think.
That's kind of what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
shot glass is a drinker.
But no, I think Anthony's kind of right
For
too.
what we're doing, though, yeah.
I mean, it's a listen. If we're pouring $60 whiskey in a shot glass, obviously you have a big
But
ass house.
I did like it more than I thought I would.
Yeah,
To be fair.
Yeah, me too.
Not me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys shot it. I sipped it. So hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Rocks.
I mean, I'm gonna just call that a drinker. That gave me everything I wanted. The one problem I have with it is it's kind of hard to control what's getting in there.
Yeah, I think it's because this is a double rocks. That might be part of it. I think if we had a regular rock glass, might be different.
Yep.
But
It's a drinker.
It's drinker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Iced teacup.
Nice teacup. Ball jar. Mini ball jar.
100% a drinker.
I liked it
by
a
the
lot.
way. I was
Impressed.
actually super surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might actually be my second favorite way to drink whiskey.
Troy
now.
loves that we're ranking glasses.
That's what
right
we
now.
do here, Troy.
Dude, I know,
It's
but
so
I
funny.
just love mason jars, man. They're fucking
so
amazing.
good.
Yeah, that's
All my glasses at home are mason jars, and this is a straight mason jar. They do make like the more ball end with the kind of more contour.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what is this one called? A North?
Hold on, Troy. What do you think? Mason jar ranking?
Dude. Yeah.
He said it already.
Maximum
I
drinker?
did not.
You
did
said
not.
you said I fucking love mason jars. This
Yeah,
is a
but he didn't
drinker.
rank it.
Wow.
Troy, what'd you rank it?
I fucking love mason jars.
That's his ranking.
Such a-
Stinker, drinker.
Chandler Bing. Wow. Is it a drinker? Cool. So then we got this Norfolk glass, right? What is it called?
Drinker, thinker, stinker, Troy.
So I think the mason jar is a drinker.
Thank you.
Thanks, Troy. For fuck's sake, took all fucking day.
He was thinking about
For
it.
God's sake,
He's
like,
the thinker
if we
for a
ever
reason.
fucking finish this episode, Matt shut it off the first time. Troy's taking fucking
You know why?
forever.
Because we got to this exact point, I raged so hard that I ran and turned it off.
What's next?
All right, Norlin.
Norlin. This thing sucked.
Norlin
Sucks.
did not like. The only redeeming factor is maybe it might help my whiskey stay room temperature, and that's not even saying much. So yeah, that's a stinker.
Yeah. The Glenny.
Is that the last one?
No, it shouldn't really
Teeling.
be because the Teeling glass.
Yeah, Matt,
Teeling-
you drank out of that, right?
I didn't, but I mean, all right.
Actually, I don't think I took a sip out of that either. I just nosed it. Can I get a little?
It's just good. It's just good. It's a drinker thinker, in my opinion.
Kind of hard to drink out of because it's so big, but like there's also like
But I
nothing
love
left
it.
in here.
It's
Yeah.
girthy.
I really like it too.
I think I like it for cocktails, like
Ooh.
up stirred cocktails.
Well, everything we drink here is up in a coupe, so
Well, up in one of these.
up in a Teeling.
Yeah.
We should name that glass.
I bet there is a name for that, and I really feel guilty that I don't know it.
What do you think ranking wise,
I think it is a drinker thinker as well.
Anthony?
Yeah, I would say just a drinker.
It's drinker.
Yeah.
Okay. On to the final glass, the Almighty Glencairn.
Yeah, it is the almighty Glencairn.
I'm going thinker drinker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can do that.
Because it gives you exactly what you need to think about, and you drink you have perfect control.
I'm giving it a thinker, actually.
Just straight thinker.
Yep.
Yeah. Because if I want to drink whiskey,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna drink it out
Oh,
of a Glencairn.
that's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's the thing.
See, but I would. But I also don't like. If I'm pouring whiskey, I'm going to be thinking about it inherently.
Yeah.
It's my preferred way to drink whiskey these days. What didn't it used to be?
But I like what you're saying though, where if you want to drink, you probably put it in the rocks.
Yeah.
If you want to think about it, you're gonna put it in a Glen.
I don't think I'll ever pour Jack Daniel's Old Number 7 in a Glencairn as long as I live.
Well,
I think you've done it.
I guess you're dead then because you have.
Did you?
Yeah, we did. We all did.
We might have. We'll have to rewind. I want the playback.
But like,
I know what you're
he's
saying.
saying
I know
in
the
his
point.
element. No,
Yeah,
I get your point.
Yeah,
In your element, not like on a
Yeah.
podcast episode
Yeah,
where,
yeah.
where
Yeah.
we exclusively
Where we literally
drink out of-
forced you to pour number 7 in a Glen.
where we literally exclusively drink out of our glasses that you can find on our Instagram shop or
my
on our
God.
website for $15 or a pair for $30. These ones are the first gens. They're going on sale for 2 for $28.
Perhaps.
Save $2. No, the accountant hasn't agreed on that yet.
It'll probably happen. Anyway.
On the secondary market one day, those are going to be as expensive as Pappy Van Winkle.
Ooh, dude, Pappy's probably gonna go down to about $5,000, and those glasses are gonna be like 5.5.
Yeah.
Easy
A piece.
for singles.
Good investment.
So yeah, I get what you're saying though. I think I mean there is inherently a thinker at least category in every Glencairn.
Before we get to the whiskey, let's rank these. Should we
just
go person by person here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anthony.
So I'm going to say that this shitty glass right here, what's this one called, Matt?
Norland.
This is my least favorite fucking glass I've ever drank out of. Followed by this neat glass. This thing sucked. Then I'm going to say that
Glad I brought him.
the shot glass, then the rocks glass. Actually, I'm sorry. Then the fuck. This one's tough. Okay. Then the mason jar in third place, the rocks glass in second place, and the Glencairn in first place.
All right, Troy. You want to put the Teeling glass in there specifically?
Oh, the Teeling glass was good. I would say that'd be tied for second or third.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Last place is the neat glass. Second to last is Norland. Next is the shot. Oh, wait. No. Sorry. Second to last is shot glass. Then comes the Norland. And then I'm going to go rocks, Mason, Teeling, Glen.
Okay. I had very similar results. For me, Norland was last though. I don't want to talk about it. Shot glass, neat glass, third to last, rocks, and then mason jar, and then I think Teeling is just a bigger Glen. So then I'm going Teeling and then Glen first, personally.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we all have similar things, at least coming up.
Very
to
small
second
minor
and third
changes.
glasses.
Yeah.
What do we think about the half a bottle of whiskey we just drank?
I liked it quite a bit. I think it was good for this experiment because it did have enough. We were trying to find one that wasn't super overpowering or super too much, right? We didn't want to find that something that's like, whoa, like out there. We want something kind of more down the line, but had enough interest in it where we can kind of pick out different notes and different glasses. I think this did a great job at all of that.
Yep.
I agree.
What would you guys call it?
I'm going drinker.
I'm going to go drinker thinker.
Okay. I don't think there's quite enough for me. I don't think your aspect of it, but
I think,
That's
honestly, smelling it out of 6 different glasses, like,
fair. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
A different
I mean,
sense.
every
yeah.
dude, I got different scents and different
Yeah.
flavors out of everything here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. DT.
DT?
Yeah.
Drinker? Thinker.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that means you should drink your Drinker Thinker Fusion 7 out of a Glencairn that you purchased from SecretDrinkThinker.com.
For the full experience.
For the full experience. And on that note, thank you for bearing with us through this
Experiment.
crazy experiment.
Yeah.
Hope it wasn't super boring. Hopefully you told some good stories in between to keep you interested. Thank you if you watched the video. Subscribe to YouTube.
Yeah. Also,
watched it.
Yeah. Subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts and Apple or Spotify and all that. If you're not following along on social medias, we're going to have some cool giveaways coming up that involve a bunch of really cute little bottles. We're giving away
Little babies.
Yeah, we're giving away some Willet 3-year estate rye, some Willet pot still reserves, some a couple different balconies,
Encouraging conviction.
and one encouraging conviction because the other one showed up damaged in shipping.
Yep.
But yeah, really cool, and they're all glass bottles, not plastic airplane bottles. They're really cool. We're going to be doing a giveaway that has to do with our Instagram shop. And also some that has to do with like subscribing and things like that. So we'll just follow along on social media for that at Stinker Drinker Thinker I'm sorry, on Instagram, and then on Facebook if you just look up the Stinker Drinker Thinker page, will be there.
And StinkerDrinkerThinker.com.
And StinkerDrinkerThinker.com. If you got a cocktail you like to fuck around with, but you don't know what's missing, submit it to the cocktail doctors.
Can I submit one?
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one.
Really?
Submit it.
I was fucking around with that.
You just got to put it through the website.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I know how to access StinkerDrinkerThinker.com.
Yeah.
I've been there before. It's the greatest website ever known to man. It's all right.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
We're working on it.
Yeah, I have a cocktail. I might pose because I like the direction I'm going, but I think it's too basic. So.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What do we have coming up? We have a couple episodes where we'll probably just get back to our normal format, and then we're going to be doing Shaken Cocktail Week here pretty soon. Shaken Whiskey Cocktails. If you guys are skipping around on episodes, hop back to Stirred Cocktail Week. We did the Old Fashioned, the Boulevardier, and the Manhattan with our good friend Alden Deeby. That will kind of be a similar format to that.
I love my favorite format.
Yeah, we're gonna
Crash 3 episodes in one night.
We got to do it.
Get it done, baby.
We got to do it.
It's great.
It'll be fun though. We got to do it. That'll be a 3-episode week for us. Again, appreciate all your support. Everyone has been buying merch and things like that. That's awesome. Greatly appreciate it.
But the best thing you can do, 5-star reviews.
5-star reviews. Yeah. And wherever you're listening to this right now, just like, even if you fucking hate us, like, I know I'm not the easiest person to listen to. I know Troy's voice is kind of arrogant and annoying, and Matt's voice is kind of high and squeaky. And I'm just
swallow your pride
and press 5 stars. Yeah.
And tell your friends to too.
Press 5 stars.
Who would do that?
I hate you. 5 stars. Can you imagine if
friend.
that's
This shit sucks.
give him 5 stars. Shut him up. Because if you give him 5 stars, maybe they'll stop talking.
They don't listen. If you don't like it, you don't got to listen to it again. But just because you don't like it doesn't mean someone else is not gonna. And that's the way Spotify and
Be a
Apple
good human
Podcasts
citizen.
curate podcasts and get them out to people is based on those reviews.
Out of the kindness of your hearts, please.
And we're not that bad at this, guys. We got to give ourselves a little bit more credit.
No, we're terrible.
Exactly.
The worst.
Yeah.
We're stinky. If I had to rate our podcast, it's a stinker.
I would call it a drinker stinker. That's for
Drinker
sure.
stinker could be pretty good.
Yeah.
A drinker stinker.
A drinker stinker. We actually are technically a drinker stinker stinker. I'm just saying.
We'll reevaluate. I think next week, I had an idea, and maybe we'll discuss it. On the next episode, I was wondering if we could go back to bottles, not even stuff that we've done on the podcast, but just stuff that we've tried before that we're like, this fucking sucks.
Oh, you want to do like a stinker recap?
A stinker recap, but not even stuff that we've done on the pod. Like, there's a bottle of Bib and Tucker over there.
Oh, yeah.
That me and Troy had, and we were like, this is fucking disgusting.
Which one, like collection stinkers. Just go through
collection stinkers. You bring 2 and I'll bring 2.
I got the one for you, buddy.
I'll bring.
I have the one for you.
What is it?
It's a Rebel store pick.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, I've shot out against multiple people. And it's like, can you just try this? Tell me if I'm wrong. And they're like, this is terrible. I got the pick for you, baby.
All right. I got a couple too, and I think some of mine are even store picks. You bring 2, I'll bring 2, and
we'll
then
have a stinky, drinky battle.
Stinky drinky battle. Yeah. What is this? What is the
Stinkiest
drinkiest?
stinky.
What is the drinkiest stinker?
The stinkiest drinker, the drinkiest stinker. Ooh.
The drinkiest stinker, man. I just fucking said it. Why did you got it?
The stinkiest stinker.
Alrighty.
Hey, Troy.
Appreciate you all.
Yeah. All right, lead us out, asshole.
Alrighty. Sure you don't want to do a group yodel?
Yep, I do. 3, 2, 1.
Yodeling!